This is Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and I am talking to Marcus Hardiman. It's fight week for my man Marcus. He's over at Bill Algeo, kickboxing and MMA right now, training, getting ready. What's going on, Marcus, man? A couple days away. You got to be feeling excited and good to finally get back.
You hit the nail on the head, man. It's great to be back. It's been a pretty long time. So it's going to be fun just to kind of showcase like what we've been working on. Just have some fun out there.
Well, listen, you and I talked before. Sometimes it's quirky with certain weight classes, and I know it's been difficult. Talk to me about the difficulty of you finding actually, because I know that several promotions were looking for you, but has it been difficult finding fights for somebody? You're 3-0 now, correct?
Yeah, 3-0. So it's advanced amateur.
Somebody that can do advanced amateur. You want them to have a winning record. Has it been hard trying to find somebody to finally get in there with you?
100%. And a few things that didn't help were like now that the cat's kind of out of the bag that I'm working with Bill a lot. Like everyone now knows that it's not just going to be wrestling anymore. Obviously it's been close to 2 years. So that means that the wrestling's gotten better. The grappling in general has gotten better. The striking's gotten better. So I think a lot of people were just kind of concerned, but what they don't realize is like, it's still an amateur fight. So if you lose in the amateurs, you go back to 0-0 once you turn pro. You know what I mean? Nobody really wants to lose, but if you're going to lose, it's just like the time to do it. So.
Well, listen, you've been over now. I know last time we talked, you had, gone to Algeo's and also worked with Crew over there. Tell me a little bit about what that has meant for your game, because I always have told you I loved your skill set. I love the way you were using your wrestling to work in, improving your striking with your level changes and stuff like that, and your feints. What has it really meant for you to be with a UFC fighter now in his camp and a team that actually really stresses Muay Thai? Don't get me wrong, Bill Algeo is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't mean to disrespect him on the ground at all, but Bill loves to strike, and Muay Thai is like his favorite thing now. How much influence has that had on you? How much has it changed your game?
It's had a big influence change, because what's nice is that they don't try to make me strike where I won't be comfortable. Right? Like I don't have the Bill stance. I'm not going to stand with a really heavily bladed stance and have my hands down and strike like Bill, because I'm not Bill. But what's nice is there's so many talented strikers to work with that they help build off of your skill set, and they help blend things together, which is nice. So like Eric will come in from time to time. And he's really traditional with the Muay Thai. So when he's here, that's what he'll be working on. But for the most part, when I work with Bill, it's just like we do, like an hour and a half of grappling, and then like an hour and a half of striking. But just the two of us most of the time, which is nice because, that's two pretty good minds working at, rounding each other out, I guess is the best way to say it.
Well, listen, let's talk about your fight. Marcus Williamson versus Marcus Hardiman, the battle of the Marcus. Now, listen, he has more fights than you. So have you gone back and looked for anything on film? Just give me your little preview of this fight.
Yeah, he has a lot of fights. And he's a pro boxer, too. So he's had a lot of boxing fights. He's had a lot of MMA fights. I think he's had 13. We looked at fights, but we didn't go too much further past like the 2-year mark. But what was nice is we were able to break everything down. We kind of saw where we would want to go, standing, ground, wherever. And we were able to break things down really nicely. So, a fight's a fight. We still have to go in there and execute the game plan. And, I'm sure that he's been trying to get better and everything too. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, listen, have you sat down and talked with Bill about the future? Like, for example, we're in August now, and you have a fight coming up, your fourth fight. I know that you're hoping to get out of this fight injury free, and you would love to get back in here as soon as possible, and because there's a lot of time to catch up for that you missed out on. So, have you talked to Bill? And is that the goal? Like, when this fight is over, if I'm healthy, let's jump right back in and get another fight. Because I know, obviously, a pro contract is in the future for you. You don't want to rush it, but you also, if you're healthy, you want to get a little bit busier. Have you guys talked about that?
Yeah. So I think now we're kind of at the point where it's like, if I'm fighting this month, Phil's going to try to fight like the following month, right? Because we've had so many issues where I was trying to get on a card in November when Bill fought Spike Carlisle, and I had to miss that. And then that card got pushed back to December and didn't even happen. And then when Bill fought May 22nd, that's when I was like really close to getting a fight. So he was supposed to fight in the beginning of May. And then it got pushed to May 22nd, and then I had to miss that fight too. So we're trying to do it in a sense where we can always go to each other's fights, but also stay really active. I would like to get definitely one more in this year, possibly two. I'm getting married in December, so December is that's off the table. But
and
I would like to do two more.
You can't give me black eyes for the fight. You know that.
I know. I just got not trained with Bill the week before because he likes to punch me.
Hey, listen, before we go, Marcus, I know you're getting ready to roll with Bill. You get ready to give some shout outs or some love to any sponsors or anybody, who's providing you with that moral support. Give out some shout outs.
Absolutely. I think people sleep on how important this part is because as an amateur, like this is where your income for the most part comes from, right? Like these are the guys that are supporting you. So I've had people from the beginning behind me, and I'm so fortunate, like to have Stations Cafe, known as Hook and Yarn, Schweikert's Auto Service, Seven Leaves Lawn Care. Like all these guys, they do so much to help me out. So if you're in the Lehigh Valley, make sure you do your best to support these guys because, they've done a lot for me. And, without them, I wouldn't be able to make this trip out to Pittsburgh this week and cover my hotels and the gas fee and all that kind of stuff. And so if you guys are in Lehigh Valley, make sure you hook those guys up.
All right, Marcus, man, best of luck to you, best of skills to you. I know that you're going to be prepared. I mean, where you're at with Bill, that you have no other choice but to be prepared when you go into that cage. So best of luck. Hope to talk to you soon. Go get that victory, and I look forward to your career marching forward, taking another positive step, man. Talk to you soon, brother.
Yep. Thanks, Bob.